Hi dear students, welcome to the virtual learning. Here we are going to see external processes. We saw that how rocks and mountains rise due to internal process like volcano and earthquake. But now what we are going to see is something else. This also can be called as third order landforms. Here we are going to see how they are continue to change due to denudation activities. Here, the major factors are air and water. They transform the surface of the earth. So, here we have four processes like first one, weathering. Here, there is a gradual disintegration of rocks by atmospheric forces like the forces that comes from the earth or the atmosphere. So they force on the rock, and the rock, when exposed to heat, expand and contract. So when it cools down, it contracts, and this happens every day. And during the day, it contracts and expands and contracts again. It gradually becomes brittle and begins to break down. So the rock, which continuously is in the sunlight, it contracts and it also cools down, and then it comes back and expands and contracts. Here, the rock becomes weak and it breaks down. This is called weathering. And then we have erosion. The flowing of water with great power takes slowly away or cut away the rocks or soil cover of a higher place. So if water is moving from the top of the hill to the down, then because of its force, the water brings down the small particles or substances that are available around it. This is called erosion. Then we have transportation. So whatever is taken away from the by the water or the air, then that whatever is taken is shifted from one place to the other place. This is called transportation. And then there is called deposition. So whatever is taken, whatever is carried, whatever is broken, then this whatever will be put at one place at what point of area. That is called deposition. When the rivers and winds slow down, they do not have force to carry the material anymore and they dump them. So in the deposition, it happens that the waves or the air, this process is continuous. And here there is no more strength to the water or the air to carry the particles that are in it. So now we see the work of water. The water moves from topward to downward, and in this process, we already said that the water brings lot of particles within it which are weak, and when the water enters the river and when the river enters the plain, and when the river has no more strength to carry forward, then it storms on the banks and tries to get it off. Sometimes, when the river is in flood, it has greater force, but when it has no flood or nothing of that sort, then the river cannot go further anymore. Here, we can have U shaped plains, oxbow lakes. In the oxbow lakes, a river takes its leaflet and goes out. When it is out, it tries to find out different places, and the water which comes from the main river tries to find a weaker place to go. And when the particles that come with the water stops at one place, then the total place is actually occupied and blocked. But then when the water is more, the place of the bridge, then the water tries to find its place from another. So here there comes a oxbow shape, so we call it as oxbow lake. Then work of wind and the work of water. Because of wind, we have mushroom rocks in these and sand dunes in the deserts, and then we also have lot of cliffs in the oceans. So, because of the air and because of water, we carry something called third order landforms. So, and finally, we find that there is first order land and water, and then we have different continents, and then water bodies, and then second landforms, and we have third landforms. They are made by the wind and the water.